Hey guys, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. Let me slide her over here. Say hi. All right, you guys. So this is Mary. She is a part of the Elite Hair Care USA and Elite Total Body Care team. If you guys can't tell, Mary has a mixture of hair texture going on here. And boy, girl, I should have sprayed it right here. Why you didn't tell me right here was like that? Kat, give me my brush off my desk, please. So we are going to brush her out, and we are going to be testing out our new curl defining as well as holding gel on her hair. If you guys can't tell, where are you from? What's your nationality?
Orlando. Oh, here. Puerto Rican.
Okay, so she's Puerto Rican, but she has natural textured hair, y'all. Okay. So she's really black or Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Let's say, what's your mom and dad? One of them got
Puerto
Rican.
Both of them are Puerto Rican.
Rican.
So
Yeah.
you are okay. So you have Dominican in your family too?
No,
No?
but I have like very, very kinky curly
Kinky hair.
Oh,
Look
like
at her hair.
Your grandma, grandpa.
Argentina.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be counted. She's Puerto Rican, black, and this shit whiter. Okay.
that's right.
She's everybody right now, y'all. We doing all textures today. Okay. So we just got in our sample of our hair gel that we'll be releasing soon. And I wanted to test it on her hair. So actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn you around. Okay, so you guys see her hair right now. Let's turn you around. We put some on this morning, okay? So we did two things. This side is the actual gel. If you notice, her curl pattern has popped out. It's nice and it's firm, but it's not dry. Like it doesn't feel dried out. It is the good thing about this gel is it dries within almost minutes, but it doesn't make the hair feel dry and it doesn't flake on the hair to make it appear white. So that's another good thing. We also placed it here. We mixed it with our curl custard to see if we like the two put together. And then on this side, we put just the curl custard all by itself. Now, the curl custard is amazing. We absolutely love it. But we wanted something that was a gel base that you could use on your hairline, or you can use it to define your curls. You can use it as a hold. You can use it as just a curl definer. And it's going to be healthy and safe on the hair, and it's not going to dry the hair out. So that's why we did that this morning, just to see how it did on the curl pattern. Now, I'm going to put it on her hairline, and I'm going to brush her hair into a ponytail and see how well it does to that test. So you guys get to see that test with us. So this is the gel. The good thing is it comes in a container like this, and it comes with a lock top on it. So all you do is you open it up, lift up the lock top, which the lock top basically keeps the gel from going all over the place, just like that. Okay, this comes off. And when you're done using it, you can put this back on. I'm going to use what we have here, so I'm going to have you hold this for me. Okay, I'm going to use this from the top itself. And then I'm just going to put some on her hairline here. So it doesn't give a, I want to be firm Ampro gel crack hold. It gives a nice hold with a sheen to it. And it also helps define the curls if you ever want to. So I'm using one of our edge brushes here just to kind of brush her in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of our edge control on her edges. This is how you can get even more hold. Okay. There we go. And all I'm using is our edge brush, by the way. Sit down for me. Look at that. Nice and smooth.
Yes. Baby hairs are gone.
No more baby hair, girl. She doesn't want baby hair. And then I'm just going to slick it back. Now, I didn't put any gel anywhere else. I literally just placed some right at the hairline there. Listen, no, come through. Here's your ponytail. All right, I'm not gonna make it too tight because I feel like I'm just gonna be too tight. Let's see here. Edges. Edges, all right. Now let's say she wanted some baby hairs. Let's do a little baby hair, just in case she wanted. I'll put a little bit. I can't stand baby hairs.
I love them when they're down and tight, but not when they're like all everywhere.
Yeah. When they're nice and smooth and edged out.
Ooh, gives you a whole new look, girl.
Right.
Makes you feel more sexy.
Let's see. I'm not good at baby hairs, y'all, so y'all don't judge me, but you know what I mean? Like, I can do a little something, but I can't really do too much. Okay, that's my baby hair right there. We're gonna just make that work. And then, of course, if I want it to be like the real drastic, like your mom's toothbrush baby hairs, we can do that too. That's the your mom told you not to use that toothbrush. And you still did it edges right there. That's those right there, boy. That's that, oh, I'm bald head and I said I wanted edges right there. All right. Okay. I like that it's drying almost on contact. So I'm going to use this area now. I'm going to have to turn this way. I'm going to use this hair right here, and I'm going to apply some of the gel to that area. I'm going to test out to see how well it does if we're using it just to define curls. Now, you guys notice her hair is a little bit straight right now, which is exactly how it started out this morning. And then all of a sudden, that thing just went to curls. All right, so I'm gonna let this sit here for a second and let it move its way around. Hold on, when will you launch the hair gel? It's not launching yet. Y'all give me a second. Give me a second, right now. We're gonna do a spoil. I'm not gonna do it just yet. What I'm doing is, I want you guys to see what I see. This is how we test products out here. There's tons of products that I have right here that I can't stand already. All right, so I'm gonna turn you this. Oh, let me put the top on it. The good thing is I do like the locking top on here, so it keeps the gel nice and fresh. When you put your cap on, nice and fresh. And there we go. All right, so we put the gel on this part of her hair. Let me turn you this way. I'm with Lisa Wesley. Everybody's like, when is it coming? I had a dream about you last night. You did my hair and it looked horrible. I woke up screaming. I think it was the chili I ate.
Oh my God.
What? All right, so we're just wanting to see how the curl defining thing works out with the gel. Is the gel moisturizing? Yes, because when it dries, just as we did back here, when it dried, let me get some more. I'll use this one. When it dried on her, it didn't dry and become flaky like how some of those other gels do, where they dry and they dry out and then the hair gets dry with it. No, it still has this very moist feeling to it, but it's dry. If that makes sense. It still feels very moist, but it's dry. All right, so I just put some here in this area here again. All I did was put some on my fingers and I'm just pulling it through. So we put some over here. I put some up here on the longer hair. Let me put some on the ends right here. Let's see what it does. So we put some here, and you guys will get to see it dry and see exactly what we saw. The good thing is when we put it in these areas, it was almost instant. Yes, baby, that gel bringing life to that hair. So if you guys can see the curl pattern forming here, which is great. Some parts of her hair, you can tell, are a lot looser than others. but it didn't weigh the hair down the way that most gels would. So it's not a styling gel per se, like, oh, I'm getting a weave kind of gel. This gel is more for curl definition, lock in the shine, lock in the moisture. I know a lot of you are used to our Define Me curl cream. We're getting away from the cream and we're going towards the gel because we feel like the gel is going to give a much better hold. That's why I said some of our products are coming, some are going. And this was one of those products that we wanted to make sure that we got the curl definer out. The curl definer is great, but we wanted something that could be used across the board, whether you are fine, medium, or coarse. And that's the main reason why we did the gel. Where's the other one? Let me see that one. So you can see through the jar. That's another reason why we did the gel per se than anything else. Because the gel can be used on fine, medium, or coarse textured hair by literally just changing the amount that you use. So now it can be across the board versus just one person can use this, one person can use that. Now I'm loving the curl. Okay. Okay, y'all. Let me get y'all real close here. Y'all see this right here? Yes, honey. Come through with the curl. Yeah, look. I think we got a winner. And then, of course, her baby hair-ish paper hair down here, the little, we call it the nappy noob, but right now there's going to be a whole hairstyle. And then, of course, if you want to do a twist out, you can still do a twist out, and it dries quick, but it doesn't dry the hair out. So let's say you decided you wanted to do a twist out. You can do it tonight. Use a little bit of the gel. Cover it up. Wake up in the morning. This baby is dry. You hear me? Pull it out, and we ready to go. Look at that. Okay, y'all.
It's not that type of dry when you wake up and go like this.
And you're like crispy. Yeah, this one is not crispy at all. That girl has different grade of hair than most. Yep. Yep. She has, so her ends are one texture, her roots are another texture. That's why you want to try it on people who have different curl patterns all over the place. This lady looked like she has three. How come you different try it on a forcing hair? I don't know what the hell that means. Need it immediately. Y'all are funny. Glad it's not that flaky kind. No, this one doesn't flake. This one doesn't flake. I wanted to try it on a client or a person that has so many different textures that it's going to be very complicated to mimic. So if you notice, where she had that straighter hair, the curl texture or the pattern is a lot looser. Where the hair has that more split ends, and I tell you guys all the time, when you have split ends, they stay that way. So you can clearly tell where she needs her trim line done, right? Where she has the tighter curl pattern, it had a tighter curl or tighter wave. That's what you want. This one right here, same thing. Right now, it's almost dry. You know if the product works, if it works on 4C hair. I know if it works on 4C, 1B, 3A, 4B. It doesn't matter. Because even on 4C hair, actually technically no product will work. 4C hair is actually the most coarse. So when you're doing curl defining, 4C hair is like this. So you're never going to see the curl pattern because technically the curl pattern has no gap between it. So it's like you guys kind of, let me say it in a nice way. People like to make an issue about something that's not an issue.
Yeah.
Everybody's hair is going to be different. Whether it be her hair, my cousin's hair, my daughter's hair. There's no curl pattern that is 100% surefire every single product. Period. Take it in defense or not. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, if you use a custard, if you use a oil, if you use a gel on 4C hair, regardless of what you use, the way that curl pattern is made, it is so tightly bound, it is not to be defined. That's the problem with 4C hair. Technically, it's not you can't define it because the curl pattern is too tight to define it. That's why most people with 4C hair, they complain the most about their hair being dry. They complain the most about them not being able to use products. They complain the most that the product didn't work. They complain the most that their hair typically doesn't hold anything and it's always dried out. Why? Because that's the characteristic of 4C hair. So I just wanted to make that clear because a lot of times people think that it's the hair type. Every product is going to work for every hair type. And 4C hair, there's actually no product made for 4C hair, just so y'all know. True 4C hair, there's really no product made for it because you're still going to have the same complaint about 2 hours later. Maya, take it whichever way you want, sweetheart. I mean, I just answered your question. Either way.
People are so sensitive. I'm sorry.
I don't care about it. I ain't got time. Take it wherever way you want it. I don't really care too much. I just like to make sure that I educate so everybody understands how this works because people of certain natures, you're gonna end up spending $20,000 and still be unhappy. I'm spoiling y'all. They say I'm spoiling them. All right, so my goal is I'm trying to allow this to dry a little bit more because I want to see, and I want you guys to see if it's going to flake. That's what I'm working on right now. I want it to dry so you guys can see if it flakes. This part is almost dry. So anytime you're using something that's flaky, okay? Anytime you're using something that's cheaply made, like right now, if I do my hands like this, you don't see any product on my fingers, okay? My fingers don't feel dry either because it does have castor oil in the actual formula. So the purpose is, here, let me borrow this real quick. The purpose is you want to make sure that you have a gel that has some type of emollient. And emollient means something that is going to moisten, or you can say grease or oil, that kind of thing. So like it has castor oil in it, argan oil, vitamin E. Well, actually 2 types of vitamin E. Water, of course, every gel has water. But the argan oil and the castor oil are the main 2 emollients. Main 2. Okay? And then, of course, you have your preservative. But this is the reason why I waited to do this, because I wanted to make sure that we had a product that we could stand by and say, listen, no flaking. It holds, it dries quickly, but it doesn't make the hair crunchy hard. It dries quickly, but it doesn't make the hair crunchy hard, and it will last throughout the day. Excuse yourself, girl. Let me sit here. Let me sit here. Let me sit here. Let me sit here. Oh yeah, the one that we did. What did you? Okay, so I'm glad Mary said that. The one that we did. The one that we did this morning before I came on live, I put more gel on top of it. So the fact that you don't see the flakes because I put more gel on top of it, that should tell you a whole bunch. But to answer your questions, no, it's not ready yet. It won't be ready right away. It has to still go into actual mass production. These were my samples because we wanted to make sure that it was right. And this is something that has been a long time coming. And that's another reason why we needed to get a lot of these older products out to bring in. I'm trying to keep my hair up. It's really hot in here. No, don't turn the AC on. Don't do that.
I'm cold. Don't tell me that. Don't turn on that AC.
They're ready to turn the AC on, and it's like 69 -2 outside. It smells good. That's what I was going to ask. Oh, okay. You have to fall in love with the texture of your hair and figure out what products make you happy with your hair. Absolutely, Misty. Absolutely. There is no product out there that's going to be surefire for everybody. It doesn't work that way. What I use on natural hair, I cannot use on my relaxed hair. Can it replace Shine Jam for braiding? No, it doesn't have that excessive hold that Shine Jam is. Shine Jam is more of a holding pomade. It's not really a gel. It's more of a holding pomade. It's made for hold. Whereas this is more of a curl defining gel. It's a gel. Our edge control can replace Shine Jam, but I'm gonna be quite honest, I don't even braid and I love Shine Jam. So no, I wouldn't even put a damper on it. I don't even braid and I love Shine Jam because I like the way that it holds. This one it's too loose to hold for braiding. It's too loose to hold for braiding. I'm an honest person. So it's too loose to hold for braiding. What's the difference between moisture and hydration? I answered that yesterday. You're always introducing new products to us. I'm sorry. So this comes in 8.8 ounces. This as small as this jar looks, it's 8.8 ounces. We're still working on the design, so we are thinking about doing the black label. I don't like the brown label. I actually am turned off by the brown label. It's very ugly. And then my next goal would possibly to get a gold cap, but I don't think that would be possible. We're gonna see. Since 4C hair is already defined, what are the cocktails? Which of your cocktails are you recommending for moisture? For 4C hair, moisture ELT all day. I wouldn't put anything else on there. Moisture ELT all day. And if you're using the curl defining cream, add some of the super regrowth or the goddess hair repair serum to your hand before you actually put it on your hair. And you're gonna notice a huge difference. You're gonna notice how moisturized it feels, and it will last a lot longer in curl definition for you. So you can do that. Are you considering on having a variety of sizes for the gel? Right now, we're gonna start with the 8. And this is considered to be an 8 ounce, but it's actually 8.8 ounces. So it's almost 9 ounces of gel.
That's a lot of gel.
Can I use heat protection spray in the sun as well? It depends on the company that makes it. Can you be the first to make something for the 4C? If anyone can do it, you can. Listen, 4C hair is not easy. 4C hair is not easy. It's not a battle that I want to attack right now. Because there's actually different grades of 4C hair. People don't even know that. There's the I can't get a comb through it. There's the it tangles even when I comb it. There's the I'm 4C but I'm 3B / XJ2 4C hair. There's the gray or silver and white or salt and pepper 4C hair. Just because you're a 4C, 4B, 2B, 3C, 3A, 1A, that doesn't mean that they're all created the same. They're not the same. I can have a 1A here, a 1A here, and a 1A here, and all 3 of them can't use the same product. That's how it works. I'm a 1A when my hair is dry. I'm a 1A when my hair is dry. When my hair is wet, I am no longer able to use the product that I would have used when my hair was dry. I hope that makes sense. There's a 3A and a 3A here. It can be 3A fine textured and 3A coarse textured, and they are 2 totally different products. 3A fine textured can't use cream and oil based. 3A coarse textured needs oil, cream, and gel mixed together, and they are still 3A. I probably need to do a video on textures because a lot of people don't understand how textures work and they think that they are all the same. Just because you say you're a 4B or 4A and you're low porosity, that doesn't mean that you're going to use the same product that another 4A low porosity person can use. Yep, I have 3 children, 2 of which have 4C hair, but they have 2 totally different textures even though they're 4C. Because that's dependent on the actual curl pattern. But the feel of the hair is different. My daughter, who's my second daughter, her hair is more coarse than my son, who's also a 4C, but his texture is a lot softer. Hers is a lot more coarse. So I hope that makes sense. Because a lot of times people think that it's more like, oh, you're discriminating against things. No, it's just none are equal. That's why it's just like your hair is like a fingerprint. No one's hair will ever be the same. I don't care if you are twins. Not even twins have the same hair all over their head. Joel's a twin?
Yeah, he's a twin.
Identical or fraternal?
Fraternal.
Okay, so they're 2 different people.
Yeah, they're only he's the oldest. They're made apart.
Okay.
But their hair is different.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and they're exactly the same. They're the same people, but they're different in any way. All right, come back. Let me see how this is looking. Let's see. I do know that 4C hairstyles last better than a looser texture like a 3C. That's absolutely correct. But then you have some 4C hairstyles where their hair is so kinky, it's like wire and it sticks out. It's not a way to really say it. How can you find out which hair type you are if you don't know? So the only thing you really have to go by is the hair texture chart. That chart is actually inaccurate because, like I said, just because you have that curl pattern, that doesn't mean that you're going to match the product that another 4C or 3B or 1A person would use. Your texture could be coarse. Your texture could be medium coarse. Your texture could be fine medium. Your texture could be fine. Your texture could be fine only because your hair is damaged. And then when it grows out, it's no longer fine. So you can't use fine textured 4A products on 4A hair that's now grown out and it's medium textured. It's so complicated to do that. So that's why I like to make sure that I keep products that can be used in different fashions, that you can create cocktails with. Like the gel in specific, the gel, you'll be able to actually add your serum to it before you use it. All right, come back. All right, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn you here so we can see what's happening. So her hair is about 70% dry.
I like that, man.
Okay, same thing here. Let me tilt this down so you guys can see. Down here is actually dry. This is dry. And if you notice when I pull it, that baby goes right back where it was. Separate it. That baby still has some definition. It doesn't look frizzy. Okay? And of course, if I keep separating it, it's going to get frizzier. But she still has that bounce, that coil. Same thing here. And even pulling it, it doesn't change the fact that it's defined. And you should not see anything white. So I'm going to pull on it some more. Pull, 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 pull. Technically, if it was going to flake, it would have flaked by now. Okay? There's no, let me get y'all close so you can see. There is no flaking here. None. No flake whatsoever. No flake whatsoever. None. That is how a curl gel or curl defining gel is supposed to work. I didn't put anything else on her hair. I could have put some goddess serum on her hair if I wanted to. I could have put some oil on her hair if I wanted to. Even the ends where her ends are split, I still want to cut them off. But it's okay. I'm going to leave them for now. Okay? But she going to get a haircut, y'all. Please save this video so I can replay what you've recommended. Absolutely. Okay, my love, go ahead. We're trying to do orders at the same time. No flakes. So tell me, did you guys see any flakes? Okay, I want to make sure I don't have nothing on my hands. All I have is product on my hands that I use from the gel. Nothing else. I have not touched anything else, and her hair is not flaking. No.
My hair was dry when she put it on. Imagine when it was wet.
No flakes. None.
Flake free.
Flake free. And that hair, listen, I'm going to turn you guys this way so you can see what I see, okay? Y'all see that hair? It's still there. Still nicely defined. Can you come towards me, Mary? Just back up. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Turn. There you go. Say, look at that. Y'all, you can really see. Oh, excuse yourself. Just go. Just go. Just go. I have nothing more to say. Listen, just go. Just go. It will work on most hair types, but each person is going to be different. So you have to really determine if your curl pattern is a curl pattern that is easily defined. I can tell you now, 4Cs, possibly 3C-ish, 4C, 4B. Typically, if you want a curl pattern of that nature, you have to texturize your hair. If you're a 4C and you're trying to define your hair, this is why you're wasting a lot of money on a lot of product. Because your curl pattern is already too tightly bound for you to be able, and I'm going to draw it because I know a lot of people don't understand it when I'm talking about it. Okay, so, hold on. Natural. Okay. Let me see if I can find one that is, here we go. Okay. So if you are we're going to do the 4s. Let's start with the 4s. We have 4A, 4B, and 4C. So I'm going to do the 4s first, okay? So we're going to do the 4s first. We got 4A, 4B, 4C. If you are a 4A, it's like this. Okay, that's a 4A. Okay, if you are a 4B, it's like this. It's almost like a zigzag. If you are a 4C, it's like this. That is a 4C. Let me back it up a little bit. 4C, you can slightly see the holes in the 4C, slightly, but technically there is no hole. 4B is more like a zigzag, but the zigzag is a little bit tighter than this. So let me do it this way. And then 4A is actually ideal for curl definition. 4A, 3C, 3B, those are the ideal hair textures for great curl definition. So what 4Cs typically do to become a 4A, they will do what we call a texturizer. So they'll texturize it to slightly loosen the curl pattern, open it up, and it will become something of this nature. That is the ideal curl pattern for curl definition. But some people don't want to texturize. You know what I mean? So it's not a must. It's a choice. It's a choice. With clicking all that way, you get all notifications. Oh, thank you. I'm a mixed 4A and 4B, and one area is almost straight with waves. So you're actually not even in a mixed 4A, 4B. You actually fell out of the 4s when it went straight or when it went wavy. You're somewhere in the 3s and maybe even 2s. I'm going to show you guys a chart that will be a little bit easier for you to understand than versus me drawing. Me drawing is not the best. I try, but you know, I'm not an artiste. Okay. This chart right here is one that I used during our Boss Babes hair care event that we had, which is our webinar. This chart is actually amazing to show you guys who and who is who. So if you want to screenshot this chart, you can. Okay. So ones, which is here, that's typically relaxed hair. Also 2A, relaxed hair. Also 2B can be relaxed hair. It can also be natural hair. Then we fall into through C, then 3A, 3B, 4A, 3C, 4A. That's 3C, 4A, 4B, and 4C. If you notice, I cannot stick my finger through the hole of a 4C, nor can I do it with a 4B. 4B is actually the one that is even more complicated because it's a zigzag. It's not a curl. So the hair goes like this. Versus 4C where it's like 4C. So that chart you can find online. It's actually just a chart. I don't recommend going 100% by that chart because not all hair textures are going to be the same. You can have 8 different textures. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 textures in your head. You can have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, depending on what you do the most to your hair. Typically, your front is going to be looser than the back. You sleep on the back. You mess with the front more. All day, this is us. I haven't touched the back of my head. I don't even know what it looked like. And the back of my head looks crazy. Okay? I saw it go. Is chemicals used to texturize the hair? Yes. Typically, relaxer is used. I don't recommend people texturizing themselves. I recommend going to a stylist because technically, it's supposed to be put on and taken off in almost 2 minutes, if not less. Yep. But I wanted to come on. I wanted you guys to experience one of our newest products that is coming, which is our curl defining hair gel infused with argan. What? Okay, sorry. Infused with argan and vitamin E. Sorry, I had to think about it. And then, of course, castor oil. I'm working on getting hemp seed added to the gel because hemp seed is a great strengthener and growth. And I would love to have hemp seed oil added to the gel. So I'm working on that as well. I think I'm going to send it back and have them resend me a sample with the hemp seed before we move into mass production, because I really want to add hemp seed to it. All right, you guys, so I'm actually going to cut this live off, and then we're going to go into our next live, which will be more on business and packaging and stuff like that. I know a lot of you are asking me questions, and you guys are getting started with your businesses. So now will be definitely the time for you guys to tune in. Once this live cuts, you'll see me jump back on, and that will be the business live. That is where we'll talk about basically the packaging portion. I've already done the business part about how to start. This portion will be talking about packaging. This portion will be talking about where you're able to get certain things for packaging, that kind of thing. Because I just want to see a lot of entrepreneurs. I want to see a lot of you that are entrepreneurs. I want to see a lot of you become entrepreneurs. I'm tired of seeing all of you work paycheck, paycheck, and that's what we were taught. So this is definitely going to be a live for you guys. If you guys see my desk right now, like, we had so many different things, so many different ideas. I've gotten so many samples. This is a pomade. Smells great. Not a fan, though. So this is a negative for me. This was our creamy curl custard. That's what it looks like. This is a creamy curl custard. But I wanted something more clear, because when it has a color or a tint to it, that's when it will typically flake as well. So I wanted something that was clear, more say, and it didn't have any tint to it, because I didn't want the flaking and I didn't want to change the color dynamic. I feel like every time you add color to something, you literally change the dynamic by maybe 0.5%. Yeah, so that's everything. Teresa, what was your question? Where are you at? If I saw your question, I don't actually see your question. No, I don't see the question. All right, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead, close this live off. Look out for the Elite Hair Care USA hair gel. We don't have the name for it yet. We don't have all of that yet. But let me see. All right, come here.
Nice.
It's nice? Like it. Okay, yes. I'm bringing Mary back for the last time, so you guys see nothing has changed. Come on down. Still looks the same. Now it's dry.
No flakes.
No flakes. None. Hold on. No flakes. I'm doing this on purpose because I want y'all to really see me just messing. Typically when you disturb gel, it flakes. No flakes. Down here is gel. A gel. Dry. But it's still no flakes. And it still has that elasticity in it.
Yeah, it's not stiff.
Come back, come through. Listen. Go. Just go. Just go. I'm trying to put this hair up in a ponytail and cannot. So I'm just gonna deal with it. Yes, honey. Yes, you know. Yes. All right, you guys. So we're gonna close this live, as I said 13 times ago. Please send me 5 jars now. That's funny. Everybody's like, please send me 5 jars right now. We are also working on making it very cost effective. I wanted to make sure that it is a product that is cost effective for you guys. I don't want it to be anything that's gonna cost way too much. I don't want it. I wanted it to be 100% affordable, and at the same time, I want it to be something that can be used across the board on almost all hair types. And you heard me say almost, so don't eat me. Anyway, I'm gonna close the video. I'll see you guys in the next video where we'll be talking about business and more business. Get your business questions ready because I'm here to answer all of them. See you in the